What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Killer Keemstar, and this episode of the BadKidCast is brought to you by MarketplaceDiscussions.net. That's right, MarketplaceDiscussions.net. Now, this is basically a forum, and the whole idea of this really is a lot of tech-savvy shit, right? So you have a lot of people talking about, look, I got this computer, I got this gaming software or this game, and it's basically a forum where users can get together and compare notes on technology stuff. It's a pretty cool fucking forum, I gotta admit. I've seen a couple topics that really interest me that I looked into. And then our other sponsor is from J. Russ Fitness. You may remember him last time. He had 100 subs. Now he's got over 300. Let's see if we can get him up to 500. And basically his YouTube channel is all about fitness. Scrawny little kid, started working out, got big. He's a person that can give you some tips and tricks if you're trying to get in shape on how to do that. So make sure you check out both of those sponsors. If you're into the tech shit, which most of us are, you might want to check MarketplaceDiscussions.net. And if you're looking to get in shape, check out that J. Russ Fitness on YouTube. Let's start this fucking show.
You are now watching another BadKidCast with Killer Keemstar and Only Use Me Blade.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Killer Keemstar, and I'm here with
Only Use Me Blade.
And this is the Bad Kid Podcast.
Bam.
This is the audio cast that you listen to on iTunes, Android, or here on YouTube. Listen while you game.
Give it that like. Do you enjoy it? Spread the word. I'm not saying do it now. I'm just saying, like, at any time if you ever giggle, smile, or have an interesting thought in your head, just, you know what? Just hit that like button.
You know, people want to know the result of the debate. People want to know. I shouldn't say they want to know because they already know who is correct.
All right. So on the previous Bad Kid Cast, we spent a good 20, 30, 40 hour long, whatever, it doesn't matter. We spent a good amount of time discussing the concept of if you play the lottery, do your chances increase if you play the same numbers every week? I thought it did. Keem said no, it didn't, and we argued about it. I didn't believe him. I did some research online, and a lot of you guys left comments explaining that. Blade, I love you. You're obviously the cooler, chiller, better person.
No, they didn't say that. They just flat out said, Blade, you're wrong.
And I am here to admit that I was wrong. You do not get any statistical advantage, better odds by playing the same numbers every week.
No, you don't. You don't. You really, really don't.
And the reason
what is the most money you've ever won gambling?
Gambling?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to call this gambling, but there was about a 6-month period where I lived off of blackjack.
Well, you just lived off about blackjack? What?
Yeah. I got a book. I've always been really good with math, and even though a lot of people are like, no, you're not, because of the...
because of what just happened?
But I read a book called Blackjack... what is it called?
There's tons of books on blackjack, but you
what
read a book basically learning how to count the numbers and count the cards.
Exactly. And I read that, and counting cards when you play blackjack is actually really easy. All it is just +1 or -1. That's it.
Okay.
And so whenever it's positive, you know that the deck is rich, and you should bet a little bit more. Over time, you will give yourself a little bit of advantage, and you can make a little bit of money.
You could still get fucked, but
of course you could. Of course you could
Right.
still get fucked.
You could just have bad luck.
Yeah, it's all about how strict you play, and all about when you increase your bets.
So you're just playing basically the odds. Like the
Exactly.
odds are in your favor to win, but you could still get your ass kicked.
Here's the thing. With blackjack, if you play by the book, what happens is that your decision's already made. You don't get to make decisions. You know when to stand, when to hit, when to split, when to surrender. You all that stuff statistically is already there.
Now, what about when the cards first come out?
When the cards first come out, that's when you start keeping account, but you just play by the book. you don't actually get to utilize the information because blackjack has history.
So you don't get to utilize the information till you're the end of the deck. Then you've experienced what's come out, and at that point,
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And so it depends if they cut the shoe off. But what I mean by shoe, normally it's like 6 decks. If they cut the shoe off early, you don't get any advantage from knowing what happened previously.
Right. And that's just changing the deck.
And that's just changing the deck, exactly.
Okay.
So I would go in with $100. I would play when I'd get to a point where I actually had an accurate count and it was in my favor. Then I would increase my bets, and statistically, you have a better odds of getting money on your return.
So how much money would you walk away
I would
from?
walk in with 100. I would normally leave out with about 300. And then if I lost the 100, I'd just be done for the day. And I was in between jobs, and that's what I did for the longest.
That's ridiculous.
But then it got to this point where I was like, first off, I got kicked out of a couple casinos. Here's the rule on counting cards in casinos, okay? You are allowed to, okay? But the casino is also allowed to say, well, we don't want you playing here.
Yeah.
So if the casino thinks that you're counting cards, they will politely say, hey, listen, get the fuck out of here. And you need to leave, because if you're still there, it becomes like a criminal charge. It's like trespassing. So a lot of the casinos I wasn't allowed to go to anymore. And also, I just got bored with it. I just got to this point where I was just like, this can't be life. Like, you can't put that on a resume. It was kind of cool. It was a cool little chapter, but I was like, nah.
I don't understand, why do casinos still offer blackjack? Because everybody counts cards, right? Like serious blackjack players.
Because it's easy to spot someone counting cards. Because there's all kinds of like distractions going on when you're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They give you free drinks, so I've played drunk before. Not a good idea. You end up making really stupid mistakes. But like, if you play by the book, which most people don't do, if you were to play by the book, like when you should do this, if you play very strictly, the house still has this little advantage over you.
Can you bet? Like, isn't there a limit to what you can bet?
Yeah, like if you go to a table, it might have like a $5 minimum and like a $500 maximum. And it really looks really weird.
Yeah, but like when your odds are like really in your favor and you know exactly what the last card is, like you can bet.
You're never going to know what the last card is because they never play the last card. That's why they cut off the shoe early. See what I'm saying? Like that's why normally in blackjack it's like 6 deck, right? So they'll get the cards out, you'll cut it, and then they move it back, and then like as you play through it, they won't play the last like deck and like 2 decks. If they let you play the last deck and a half, you have and the deck is rich. That means that there's lots of 10s and high cards coming out. You have a much higher probability of winning.
Yeah.
Because the dealer can bust more, and then you can get just 20 easily. You're not going to make a shit ton of money, but like I made decent money riding the wave, and some days I go in there, play $100, play smart, and I just lose the money. It's a wave, and you get off of it.
Yeah.
But that's as far as like gambling though. Like I don't like. You talked about this. You like going for them home runs.
Oh, yeah.
You like going for them home runs.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a slow and steady wins the pace
Well, the
kinda
thing
guy.
is like, you're like, why do you play slot machines?
That is dumb to me.
Okay, you might think it's dumb, but for some reason, right, the computers have to take care of the people that are there, right?
Yeah.
So here is my strategy when you play slot machines, right? You find the one that's super loud.
Okay.
All right. And the reason why you want to find the one that's super loud is because you put yourself in the casino's like shoes, right? Mm. There's some machines that have like pretty much no volume, and I don't know why that is, and some that are super loud and super bright and super crisp. All right. Now, if you notice, if you're like walking through, when people hit jackpots, it's always like the loud ones, right? It's like super fucking loud. And it's like basically, hey, look, this guy won a bunch of money, get on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's a way to self-promote. So what I always do is I look for the loudest machine and get on it and play.
Okay. But I'm just saying it's a machine. Like you sit there and it doesn't show you the odds. You don't get to make decisions. You just hit a button and it randomly picks numbers.
Well, what happened the last time we went to the casino? You played blackjack and I played slots.
Yeah.
I came home with like 600.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I used to do? I used to play poker.
The poker slots.
No, I mean like poker. Like
the poker, you know what I'm talking about, the poker screen?
No, I'm saying I used to go and play poker against people.
Oh, real poker.
Yeah, and you know how I used to do it? I used to get off my shift at work when I used to work at the bar, and they pay us or whatever, I would go and play poker against people that were fucking like tired and wasted. Because the bars close down at 2, so people that are wasted for some reason think it's a good idea to go play poker, and it's easy mode. Like if I can play against drunk people, poker's super fucking easy. I used to make good money doing that.
I know shit.
Because I'm strict. I have a regimen. I have you know me. You know how fucking patient I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm extremely patient. So I'm able to wait out the bullshit. Like you're not supposed to play every hand of poker. You know what I mean?
Right. Unless you're just got a giant stack.
Unless you can bully, unless you can like.
Yeah.
A lot of times people like some people think that it doesn't matter what the cards you are; it's how you play the cards. And I get that. But
I just like being lucky. But like being lucky is the shit.
Being lucky is awesome. It is part of life. You know what I mean?
It's the greatest feeling in the world. Like, just to beat the odds with fucking just luck. Nothing but fucking luck. Like one time, this video is up on YouTube somewhere. I think it's on Dranker's channel.
That video is awesome.
I was playing that poker game. What is it called? Poker Nights or whatever?
Full House Poker.
Full House Poker on the Xbox 360.
That's an awesome game, by the way. We're not getting paid to say that. That's an awesome game.
And I just kept like going all in, like over and over and over again. And it was just like every time beating everyone. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, the poker that's a fun ass game, man. Full House Poker is a fun ass game.
Remember the one time we got like a bunch of commentators together?
we got like 6 of us together.
It's like me, you, Fisticuffs, Thunder, someone else. I don't know.
I don't know if Thunder was there.
Could have sworn he was. I don't know. Maybe it was.
NASA was definitely there.
NASA. Maybe it was NASA. But there was a bunch of us, and we were playing for like $20 a head, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A couple other people have done that. I think Hex invited us once to go do something like that.
I'm down. Full House Poker's hella fun. Like, I don't know. Newsroom's getting better.
It's getting a little better. The first 2 episodes were really slow.
And I know people are going to say, hey, it's a show that there's a build-up and this like that, but I just didn't feel it was very good. But, like, it's getting better. I like it. Obviously, the first season's amazing.
It's risky to be so fucking boring. Second season, first 2 episodes.
Yeah, very risky because people are going to lose interest. There's one of my favorite shows of all time is a show called Alive.
And they only had one season.
Awake.
Yeah.
It was only one season. The second episode sucked. I think a lot of people just like lost interest in it. So you gotta make sure that you're fucking hitting home runs, but it's hard to hit home runs every single time.
When you're telling a big, long fucking story, which is what series are, is a giant, long fucking movie, there's going to be boring parts.
You know what Orange is the New Black did that I think got a lot of people's attention?
I started watching it.
Nice. You know what I think is a smart thing they did in the very first episode?
What?
They showed titties within like the first 20 seconds. They're like, you know what? Let's get some titties. And then, if you notice, have you been watching? There's less titties I don't want to spoil it, but there's less titties as you go along. I think that they use that to get us enticed because we're like, that's one reason. Like, well, I don't understand that. I'll watch a fucking shitty movie just because there's a busty girl on the cover when I'm like, I can watch porn. You know what I mean? Like, why do I need this?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've ever watched a movie because some bitch in it was hot.
I watched the movie Drive because I love Christina Hendricks. Christina Hendricks is like the redhead girl off of Mad Men, and she was in Drive. But then I ended up like liking the movie, enjoying the movie.
No, I don't think I ever have.
Have you ever watched Oz?
Nope.
I'm restarted. I've watched it a couple times, but I'm restarting watching it, and the first episode it reminded me of why that show is so freaking good.
I never watched it. Could never get into it. I don't like prison stuff. And the Orange is the New Black. It's just... Here's the thing about a prison movie, right? There's, like, some knowledge that you need to learn about prison, or that most of us learn about prison just from TV shows or whatever. And then that's it. There's no new interesting stuff.
There's nothing new and interesting.
And they're stuck. They're not going anywhere. They're stuck in the fucking prison.
What about the concept of people trying to escape from prison?
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, one thing about prison that's as far as the TV
Shawshank Redemption is the greatest movie ever because he escapes from prison.
Yeah.
You take that out of it, that movie sucks.
Well, that then it wouldn't be a movie. It would just be a dude that went to prison and just he's there. You know.
Well, let's say he never got out and he died, and that was the end.
That'd be fucked up. That's kind of like Jarhead. Jarhead was supposed to be this war movie, and then you watch it and they never get deployed. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know. But also, I mean, Shawshank Redemption is awesome. One thing about a prison cliche that I'm not a huge fan of is whenever they show shows on prison, they always do these little flashbacks of how he got in there. And no one is just a savage. No one is just like, I murdered a bunch of people because they looked at me crazy. You know what I mean?
Everybody in there accidentally got in there.
Or it's not even accidentally. It's like times were rough, and you know my cousin who's in the bad shit's like driving his truck.
The writers want you to
feel for
the fucking.
That's
character.
what I like about Oz, though, is that the people in Oz are all just savages. They're not trying to make them look like good people. They're showing them that they're fucking beasts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, watch the first episode.
I don't like prison movies. Like when they do these shows where they like fucking the reality prison shows,
like Locked Up and shit like that.
I don't. It's so fucking stupid. You're looking at fucking peasants, like fucking criminals, retards with like low education. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking cut him. Like I mock those people when I make videos on YouTube. Like it's.
Yeah, but don't you agree though that those are still people and that's why it's interesting to watch it though?
They're fucking lost, dude. If they were just like interesting people that you could learn from, that'd be one thing. But you're like looking at fucking screw ups. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It just never ever interests me.
That's cool. I mean, there's things that never interest me, so I totally get that. Like someone on Twitter asked, "Is this movie Prometheus a good movie? Have you seen it?"
No.
It's not a good movie. To me, I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. But I don't like certain types of movies. I'm not a sci-fi guy. I was sci-fi when I was a kid, but like not really anymore. It doesn't interest me.
Like, I'm trying to think. I just watched The Matrix.
Yeah.
Like the trilogy again. I think I've seen the first one, but I've never seen the second one or the third one ever. And I had it on Blu-ray for over a year, and I decided, well, what the fuck? I just set up the room down here again. I might as well
give it a go.
Give it a go. And I watched all three of them, and it was fucking good, but it was so dated. It was so old.
Yeah, I mean, the first Matrix is awesome. The first Matrix
Well, there's
is awesome.
some scenes where he, like, starts kicking people's ass, and it looks like a cartoon. It doesn't even look...
Yeah, that is one dangerous thing from people making movies with special effects, because eventually those special effects are going to be dated.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing like now. Like, now there's movies that are like, wow, that's amazing. But you're going to see, like, 5 years from now, we're going to be like, what the fuck? That's so bad.
Yeah.
You can tell that's fake, you know?
And plus, okay, what is it? When I want to watch a movie about a natural disaster, something epic, I do not care about the fucking little back-end love story. Titanic should have been about an hour and a half long.
I hate the love story in fucking Newsroom. They need to cut that shit out. Like, it just...
Dude, Titanic should be an hour and a half long. You know what I like about Titanic on DVD? It's a 2-disc. The first disc is the love story. The second disc is when the fucking water comes on. It's
Is
awesome.
it really?
Yeah, when you put it on, that's when the fucking iceberg hits.
No shit.
Now, it's about halfway through the movie, but at the same time, I honestly think they thought about that. They're like, let's just bring on the fucking water.
Yeah.
When you watch Titanic, I want to fucking see it go down. You know why I actually cried during Titanic? And I'll tell you why. Not because of anything emotional. There was a scene where they're like running and the electricity keeps on going, flickering on and off. And so it was like a fucking strobe light. So in the theater, it was like strobe light on my eye, and my fucking eyes got irritated. I started crying.
You're so full of shit.
I'm telling you the truth. I've never cried during a movie.
Listen, this is what
I've never
happened.
cried during a movie because of some emotional shit.
This is what happened,
I've
right?
never cried in a movie during
Blade
some emotional shit.
was
Write that
crying during fucking Titanic. He was legitimately crying. Somebody
You weren't
called him
there.
out. Somebody called him out on it, right? And he was like, no, the flickering, right? And he's told that lie so much that he, like, believes it.
No,
as
that's
fact.
not a lie. It's really what happened. There's never... Okay, I'll ask you a question. Have you ever watched a movie and you cried because it was, like, emotional?
I don't think so.
Okay, you know why? Because you're a dude. We don't do that. Okay? We can get really...
Old Yeller, when I was a kid, they killed Old Yeller.
As an adult!
Why
I'm not
isn't
talking
there a
about-
remake of Old Yeller?
Because it's a stupid story.
What? That's like the best story ever.
It's not... No, it's a fucking dog and he dies. How's that a story?
It's the best movie ever. There's a kid. His best friend is this dog. The dog saves his life. They grow up together. The dog ends up getting rabies. They got to shoot the fucking dog.
That's the story. That's it.
Yeah.
What is so great about that story?
It's a story about fucking man's best friend.
That's because he couldn't get a real best friend, so he has to be friends with a dog.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I think that's a bullshit story.
It's the greatest story ever because at the end of the day, they have to shoot the dog, and it's this like open-end debate. Are dogs really just animals that we can just take in the back barn and shoot? Or,
dogs are a species, but humans are a species at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. That's why fucking Old Yeller is the greatest story ever told.
You ever seen Deliverance?
No.
You know what Deliverance is about?
No.
Deliverance is, and I don't know if I'm ruining this or not, but pretty much what it is these guys go out fishing and they come across some hillbillies. Everything's cool, and these hillbillies like take them and they butt fuck them.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
like,
Christ.
and then it's them dealing with the whole situation after that. But it's really weird when a movie is like, everything's cool, everything's going on. Hey, there's some hillbillies. Well, this is getting kind of weird. They're getting butt fucked. What? Like, where's that come from? You know what I mean?
That's insane.
Like, I kind of like though when movies take a nice steady flow and then all of a sudden something crazy happens. Like the Into the Deep, the movie sucked, but like not Into the Deep, but like Deep Blue Sea. Into the Deep or Deep Blue Sea, one of those things.
I just hate boring movies. Like, there's so many fucking boring movies out. Like, I can't stand it. My friend just contacted me and he was like, "Look, I just watched fucking movie 43. Amazing,
awesome movie.
Amazing.
I want that movie on Blu-ray. I want to see the outtakes and I want to see any extra, because there's got to be some. I don't know how they could do this. There got to be some extra stuff that they couldn't include in the movie because I don't know how, because they had some fucked up things in there. Like the cat with the shampoo bottle up his ass masturbating, crying.
Like the fucking dude with the balls for the chin.
That's not as bad as a cat masturbating with a shampoo bottle up his ass and crying at the same time.
That was just a cartoon, though.
So?
I don't know. Anyhow.
Movie 43 was epic. That was probably the only movie I've seen with you where we both agree that we loved it.
I'm so sick of Republicans.
Oh my god. All right, what they do to you this time?
Well, it's like, okay, it's not just Republicans, it's Democrats too. Like, I'm getting so frustrated with US politics. It's insane. You have Republicans who are, for the most part, the Christian belt, right?
Yeah.
And, they have a pretty decent take on economics. But at the same time, like, they don't want abortions and they don't want gays to be, like, alive. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
What if you told someone, like, I know you're against abortions, and I know that you're against the gays. What if I told you that kid was 100% guaranteed going to be a gay? What would they do?
He turns into a Democrat. He's like an enemy of the state.
I don't like extremists.
And here's the other thing. Like, okay, so Democrats are the reason why we have, like, fucking welfare and, like, food stamps and all this stupid shit, right? Everyone's out there working, right? And a big portion of their money gets taken away to fucking give it to free people that aren't fucking working, that aren't doing something with their lives, right? That's the whole Democratic, like, aspect. But then again, Democrats support gay rights, and Democrats, like, are for abortion.
Can we tax the gays?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what we need...
A gay tax?
No, what we need is like, economics from Republicans and then social issues from Democrats and put them together. And that's why there's this huge split. That's why people don't give a fuck. Like, people know that Obamacare is shit. Like, people know that Obama economics is shit. Everyone knows that, right?
What I find funny about, okay, so you think about the American
But how
dream.
the fuck do you vote for a Republican when they're like, yeah, fucking gays shouldn't be allowed to marry? Like, that's just so fucking retarded.
What I find funny is that the American dream is that you can have nothing and then you can make something out of nothing and you can be like a millionaire possibly, right?
Right.
But what I find funny is that if you decide that, your views will completely change on how you should be taxed.
If you make money, you're going to lean towards Republican, right?
Yeah.
You will, right? Because you're a person that wants to make money. And that's obviously one of your goals is to build an empire, and you're going to want to protect that, and you're going to want...
People that don't have money, do you want to share your money? No. Neither do the people that made it.
Yeah.
So there.
So you fucking we're talking economics, it's like Republican, but then everything else seems to be Democrat, and it's the fucking worst thing in the world.
I don't like extremists on either end, and obviously I might have different views than someone else, but you know you kind of have to play both sides.
But then again, there's the whole aspect where like Republicans have been really leniency on like rules and regulations. So now there's a lot of people like rich motherfuckers have like fixed the whole fucking market, right?
Yeah.
And did you know that when a fucking bill is passed, like, okay, remember that thing that we watched when we went to school from the 1970s?
Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock.
If I'm only a Bill. Yeah,
my name is Bill, and I'm on Capitol Hill. And it basically what it is it shows the kids how a bill gets created. And there's this one part of the section where they're like, and the bill gets written up by the congressman, and then he takes it to a committee, and then they go and vote for it, and it either gets passed or not. That's not how it works. What happens is these lobbyists come in, and they fucking actually write these laws. They're writing the laws, giving them to the senator's then presenting them. Lobbyists are fucking writing the goddamn laws. They're fucking writing the goddamn laws. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's not really, it's taxation without representation is what it is. Like, think about it.
Lobbyists go to a fucking congressman. They're like, look, this is what we want. This is what we need. We'll write up the law. We'll give it to you. They fucking supposedly proofread it or whatever. Okay. And then they vote on it. It's fucking, what is wrong with America?
All kinds of stuff.
They need to stop looking as corporations as a single person. It can no longer have that status.
That's true.
And they need to somehow get fucking money out of politics, because you do that kills it. Well, at least helps a big deal.
Yeah. So there's a new movie coming out with Ashton Kutcher, and it's about Steve Jobs' life. Okay?
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
I
didn't see the movie, I saw the
preview or
yeah.
whatever. And then they're already working on the movie about the Sandusky thing.
No shit.
Yeah, they're already working on that. Don't you think that there needs to be some time from an event like that happening to a movie getting made? Watch there be a Zimmerman movie by Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the thing is it's relevant.
I don't know if it's because it's relevant, though. I still think it needs to have some time before, to get it, I don't know.
Why do you want to see the Steve Jobs fucking movie?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't find it interesting. Even though Butterfly Effect is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie, okay? But Ashton Kutcher is not that great of an actor.
Well, he plays the same person in every fucking... No.
Now he has to play Steve Jobs in this movie. You know what I mean? Okay, good example. Matrix. Keanu Reeves played the shit out of that role, but that's because that's Keanu Reeves.
Here's the problem, right? First of all, who the fuck could play Steve Jobs?
There's got to be someone else besides.
Because you got to think about it. Steve Jobs was this wild, free spirit that was going against everything, and you know what I mean. That fits kind of Ashton Kutcher now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when he goes to be an adult, I mean, obviously some acting has to, I don't know. How hard is it to act like Steve Jobs?
You know what? I wanted to know something about Steve Jobs, so I watched a documentary about it. After watching the documentary, I didn't know shit about Steve Jobs.
You didn't know anything about him?
I mean, I knew
you
stuff
didn't know that he was
I wanted to know him.
He was adopted.
They didn't say that.
He quit college. Fucking started Apple in his garage.
I mean, they talked about that, but they never dove into him. You know what I mean? It was
it was just all business stuff?
It was all business stuff, and I wanted to know about Steve Jobs, and the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, when are you going to dive into who Steve Jobs is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I like? I like when they do these documentaries, or they do the True Hollywood Stories, and it always is the same kind of story where, they rise to fame, and then they start having problems, then drugs got into it, and then they broke up, and now they like work in retail or something like that. You know what I mean? It's always the same story. But
What? That's not always the same.
Well, no, but when
that fucking story fits for like maybe 2% of all movies.
I'm talking about the true Hollywood stories about like bands.
Oh, okay.
But also when they talk about their when they talk about someone's like drug abuse or someone's alcoholism, they briefly go over it, but it's just like, no, that's a huge part of it, you know? They're like, so they started rocking in their garage, and then they got this other band member. They met him at the weed guy's house, and
I really never watched that.
I like watching them, but it kind of, you pretty much, it's just copy and paste the same story, but it's just different characters. I think every story's been told. I think it's just new skins.
Yeah, well, that's what's great about sci-fi, and that's what's great about, you know, movies that are made and stories that are made not from this world, you know? Like the Hunger Games, you know, that was kind of an original take.
I like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I ended up watching it.
It's a really interesting, you know, perspective on everything. But again, that's not reality. If you're going to tell stories that happen in the real world, yeah, pretty much every story's been told.
Yeah, I also think, though, that the real world is so random that a lot of times when people tell real stories, people don't believe it.
Yeah.
I kind of look at, like, one time I was near the airport, and I saw a plane coming in, right? And
Okay.
I looked up, and I'm like, that looks fake. Like, the plane's, like, super flying low. I look at it, and it's supposed to be this epic thing. I'm like, that looks fake. But if I watch a movie, I'm like, that's epic, that's awesome, but it doesn't look real. I wonder if with the stuff in movies, because, like, when you actually see something in real life, it looks fake as fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to think about the movie, though. The movie's usually, like, got a perfect shot on the plane, like, real close. They have all these sound effects, like, you know, with the
Yeah.
fucking plane engine and everything. Like, there's, yeah.
I talk about this in one of the podcasts, but I think movies are starting to become too epic. Like, I watched, like, the third Transformers, and I was like, we get it. We get it. Like, epic, awesome.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the third fucking Iron Man either. I need to see that.
You guys are going to hate me for this. You're going to be like, what the fuck's wrong with you, Blade? But I've never seen Iron Man.
What?
I've never seen Iron Man.
That is the, like, only one to watch. Like, X-Men, fucking even
Never.
Batman, all that shit.
The only superhero movie I've watched recently has been the Batmans and, like, one of the Supermans.
I'm telling you right now, like, he plays that role so fucking good.
He's a great fucking actor.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is a really good actor.
He plays that role really good, and he did an amazing job in Sherlock Holmes.
Haven't seen Sherlock Holmes.
That was good too. You got it. There's 2 Sherlock Holmes. I think there might be 3. I don't know, 2 or 3. And I seen the first 2, and they were awesome. They were awesome. So
everyone keeps on telling me that, and it's weird that now with so many movies, people tell me a movie's awesome, and I still don't watch it.
dude, a lot of new people, because I kept like telling you, like, you need to watch this. Watch V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
And a lot of people came back and they're like, that is the greatest movie ever. Thanks.
I was in the right mindset, and I was expecting it to be way more awesome than it was. I appreciate the movie, but I didn't care for it.
You're not a rebel.
What do you mean I'm not a rebel?
You don't have any rebel in you.
I'm sure I does.
No, that's like a rebel anthem.
No, because I didn't enjoy the movie doesn't mean I'm not a rebel.
No, you're not a rebel. You're more of a follower.
I'm not a follower. Fuck off.
You are.
off.
You are.
I'm not a follower.
You're more of a. I know follower, like, I guess has a negative like feeling to it, but you're more go with the flow type of dude.
Yeah.
That's a follower.
Okay, well then by that definition, then sure. Like, I'm more going with the flow. What goes on, I understand that fucked up things go on behind closed doors. I understand that. I get it. But how can we change it? It's like people complain about something, but they don't want to come up with how to change
V for
it.
Vendetta is like the rebel in all of us. Like, look, dude, that's fucked up. Something needs to be done. Like, it's an anthem to freedom.
I don't know. I just didn't enjoy the movie. Can I just say that I just didn't enjoy the movie?
No!
I'm not allowed to say that.
You need to love it.
Actually, that is so true, though. Like, I'm totally for people that, you know, if you don't like a movie that you like, was whatever. But, like, I subscribed to this dude on YouTube that did movie reviews, right?
Okay.
And I liked his energy. I liked how he did it. And I was watching it. And then I looked at it and I watched the thing, his 10 best movies of the year. And I watched it and I couldn't agree with him. like on the top 3, I was like, you're a fucking idiot, and I unsubscribed.
I was watching this movie guy for a while. I don't know if I was subbed to him. I was just remembered his channel because I don't use my sub box. But I was watching him for like movies before I would go watch him, see what he said about him. And this dude would say positive and negative stuff about every movie.
That's awesome.
No, it was horrible.
No, that's awesome. You know why that's awesome is because he's showing you the what's good about the movie and what's bad about the movie. Instead of just giving his opinion, he's saying what's good, what's bad.
No, it was horrible.
Give me an example.
Okay, basically he was like, well, if you're interested in, really great original comedy, this is for you. But I gotta admit, the love scenes are kind of drawn out and they're boring and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no. I want to know if this is a win or if this is a fail. He never put that on there. And this is why. This is why it's important that he says that, right? Because he's not being fair with his fucking review. He's playing it safe to avoid hate.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you want someone that...
Because if you love a movie, right, and this dude does a poor review, what are you going to do? You're going to dislike the video and be like, you're a retard, this is the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah.
This dude was just playing it safe, and it pissed me off.
Here's the thing. I don't know if he was playing it safe or he was just trying to show the positive and negatives of the movie.
No, like, literally, I was in the mind...
by not having...
I was in the mind of this dude, right? I watched at least 3 videos of him. Probably 4 or 5, right? And I was like, okay, I know exactly what this dude is doing, right? He is fucking going, before he goes in there, he's like, all right, I need to list down the positives and list down the negatives, right? And some of you might think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But that's not how we view movies. We walk out of the movie theater and we say, that movie sucked, or we walk out and say, that was amazing.
No, I've walked out of movies and I'm like, I've been like, well, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's movies that I appreciate but I don't like. I appreciated V for Vendetta. I thought it was a good film. I just didn't care for it.
That's the worst answer ever.
How is that a word? That's the best answer ever. That is
you
the
might
best.
as well just say that you hated it.
No, because I didn't hate it. I just
that is such a political.
That's
fucking
not. But here's the
answer.
thing: you think it's a political answer. That's my honest to God opinion. I can watch a movie and say, "Hey, I can see how people could like this." I don't. I can see a girl and be like, "Damn, she's pretty," but I wouldn't hit. And people might think I'm crazy for saying I wouldn't smack that because it's because they would.
I don't know. I don't know. Can you talk about the thing
What thing?
that you could potentially be going to, or no?
Sure. Fuck it. All right. So I got an email, and it was from Activision. I'm like, woo!
You got an email from Activision?
Yeah.
No, I know what's going on.
And I got this email, and it says, RSVP if you want to come to this event. It's the Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer reveal.
Woo!
And I'm like, that'd be really fucking cool. I thought it might be like an online thing, but it's actually happening in California. So I'm just like, fuck. I have no way of getting down to California right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm right now, no way of getting down there.
Send in those donations.
Please. And so I kind of thought I fucked up, and I got on Twitter. I was like, fuck, I can't get down there. This sucks that I finally get invited to one of these events, because I always feel like I get shafted on these things. Right. So I get invited to an event, and I can't get down there. And someone from Activision who followed me tweeted at me and was just like, no, we're going to pay for you to go down, and we're going to pay for your hotel.
So
I'm like,
awesome.
fuck, cool. And you know what I did?
What?
In the email, it says, please email someone from PR if you need to bring someone. Like, let's say I was a YouTuber, not a camera guy, or if I was like husband and wife or whatever, if I needed to bring someone besides just me. And I lobbied to try to get you there.
Money! Keemstar going to be the first, I'm going to do the very first troll on Call of Duty Ghost.
But it's not confirmed that you can come, but like I'm working to try to get you to come.
Here's the thing. Here's what might happen, right? You might actually have an Xbox One controller in your hand. Slim possibility, but you might have an Xbox One control in your hand, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm excited. That's like it. I've been on that grind lately. I've been on that video making grind, and so now I get a chance to like travel and go somewhere and be in LA.
I am so pissed. Dude, I fucking spent 7 hours this morning. Look at me, I'm exhausted right now.
Yeah.
I spent 7 hours this morning trying to get a troll, and every fucking lobby somebody knew me. Just over and over and over again. So I'm getting on different gamer tags. I'm appearing offline over and over and over again. The minute they heard my fucking voice, they're like, Keemstar!
Oh, that's super weak.
Oh my God, it was horrible. So I took a break. I took an hour break, like in the middle of all this, went back, fucking did another 3 hours, nothing. I was like, fuck this.
That's one. Okay, I can play a bunch of games and potentially get a gameplay. It kind of depends on the people I play against, but I can get a gameplay. With trolling, it's different because you're completely dependent on other people reacting to you. People might have mics. People might have mics and just mute you if they think you're annoying or whatever.
It's not easy. Like, the fucking... I don't know what's happened recently. Like, I haven't, like, went up a shit ton of subscribers or anything. It's just been, like, a steady amount, you know?
Yeah.
But just recently, like, I cannot get on this fucking game.
Really?
I cannot get on this game without someone being like, Keemstar, oh my God. Like, and it's like, I don't want to be rude to my fans, but dude, I'm at work, you cunt. Shut your fucking mouth. That dude I was talking to didn't know. He didn't know that I was Keemstar. I was trolling him, and you fucking you heard me trolling him. You fucking ran around your house, grabbed your fucking microphone to plug it in to scream Keemstar. Fucking great job, asshole. I get it, you're a fan. You want to meet me, whatever. Dude, but you just fucked up the thing that you like me for.
Yeah. When people see me in gun game and then they start freaking out, and then someone's like, who's that? And then they'll tell him, he's like, oh, he only knifes people. He's probably just trying to knife you to get reactions. I'm like, fuck!
Yo, these fucking people will, like, be in my game and they'll mute me and tell the person I'm trolling that I'm fucking a YouTuber. Be like, yo, dude, this dude's trolling you right now. He's going to put you on YouTube. Like, they'll do that when me mute it. And I'll be talking to this guy and he'll be quiet. I'll be like, oh, what'd you quit talking? Be like, hey, this guy's telling me you're on YouTube or something. What are you trying to troll? It's like, what? Why?
All right. So you are not going to agree with me on this, all right? There was a big hoopla because Jay Nasty played a competitive team.
Yeah.
And got his shit pushed in, right? Mm-hmm. And the competitive team uploaded it.
Right.
You are not going to agree with me on this, but I think this would be a good conversation. I don't think the competitive team should have uploaded that video.
Why?
Here's the reason why, okay? When Jay Nasty plays in lobbies against bad players, right? Mm-hmm. And gets these crazy gameplays, the bad players aren't being exposed, okay? They don't have YouTube channels. They're just dudes that play. No one's going to like...
What do you mean they're not being exposed? Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. No one is going, oh my God, you got demolished in Call of Duty. You're so bad. Like, it doesn't matter. They're not in the public light. You know what I mean? So when these guys played against them and they beat them, if I played against Straight Up Knives...
That makes no sense why they shouldn't have uploaded it, right? This fucking Jay Nasty was probably talking some shit. Oh, yeah, I'll put a team together. I'll beat your team. They play. Jay Nasty gets shit on. This dude goes around and talks like he's a fucking god in Call of Duty. How do they not have a right to put it up? Of course I'm not going to agree with you.
I am not a Jay Nasty fan, so when you guys hear this, just know I'm not like trying to advocate for Jay Nasty. I don't know him.
Sounds that way.
But hear me out, though. If I were to be playing a game and against a pro team and I got smashed on, actually I wouldn't care because I don't like claim I'm good or anything like that. But it's not a positive thing that they beat him. It's the pro team. Of course they're going to beat him, and it makes him look bad.
I don't know.
And plus, was he going around saying I could beat a pro team?
Yes!
He was going around saying he could beat a pro team.
Dude, this motherfucker runs his mouth all the time.
I understand that, but did he say that, though? Did he say, hey,
I'm sure. Why the fuck would they play?
Maybe it was a random
Why would they play? Hey, randomly, pro team, you want to play against my team? Like, what?
No. I have no idea how they ended up playing.
No pro player is going to take time out of their fucking day to get in a room with some fucking YouTuber unless some shit talk was going on. I don't know what happened. All I know is that, like, a month ago, fucking Jay Nasty was talking shit to fucking Ego, and basically I set up a 1v1 where then Akis came on Ego's account and played him from Complexity, and he destroyed him. Like, it's not... You got to understand that, like, a pro player is going to shit on any YouTuber.
I'm not disagreeing with that. He is. Like, pro players
So
are much better than a pub stomper.
Then YouTubers can't run their mouth. They can't be like, yo, yeah, I'll kick your ass.
But why can't Jay Nasty make the claim that he's really good at pub stomping? Why can't he make that claim?
Okay,
when I get gameplays,
let
it's
me
getting bad
explain
players.
to you what pub stomping is, right? Pub stomping.
Please, Halo person,
Oh, okay.
explain to the Call of Duty commentator what pub stomping is.
I'm going to explain to you what pub stomping is. Pub stomping is jumping into a game. Oh my god, these players are too good. Jump out of the game. Jump into a new game. Oh, fuck. I fucking died too many times. Jump out of that game. Jump into another game. Oh my god, I'm playing against some fucking noobs. Oh, these guys seem kind of weak. Oh, well, yeah, I got a good gameplay. And then uploading. That's pub stomping.
And I agree with you 100% on that.
But that's what I'm saying. Fucking pub stompers aren't even fucking good at pub stomping.
Here's the thing, though. They are good, though. And the reason why I say this is, okay, so Jay Nasty got a gameplay where he got 5 Moabs, okay? No matter what the situation is, you cannot get on I can't get on Call of Duty shooting and get 5 Moabs. He still accomplished this amazing, insane gameplay. Even though it was against bad people, I still think the execution of it is still there.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
You're basically saying that anybody can do what he does.
This is what I'm saying, right? In Call of Duty, competitive esports, you have players that have practiced and competed, and they're on an equal playing field, and they go at it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, in Call of Duty, right? Public matches.
Yep.
You have a group of people that don't want to play against each other. They want to play against people that don't know how to play the game.
Correct.
That's why it's not fucking that. What?
But it's still the execution of pulling off those insane scores.
No!
Yes.
Just playing against people that don't know how to play.
So?
It does not count.
Yes, it does count. Because the reason why I'm saying that, Keem.
It counts in the eyes of fucking little kids, right? Little kids are your subscribers, you fucking pub stomping retards. Like, little kids watch your videos and have this illusion that you're amazing. Little do they know that you've got your ass kicked all day long and you got into one lucky fucking lobby and did good. And that's the only thing you showed your audience. You're fucking living a lie, dude.
No, but I
there's no fucking yay 5 Mohabs.
No, but
it's like you
can
fucking
you get 5
stage
Moabs?
that. You stage that.
Okay, so go on Call of Duty after the show. Go on Call of Duty, okay? And back out of every lobby. I know you don't give a shit about your stats, but use the tryhard setup, back out of every lobby, and try to get 100 kill gameplay. Can you get 100 kill gameplay?
People do it all the time.
No, but I'm saying, sure, there are people that are good that do it, but so that takes some amount of skill, right?
I guess. I don't know.
But the reason why can't you do it?
All I'm saying is...
Why can't you do it? Have you ever got a 100 kill game?
What, he said he had 5 Mohabs?
5 Moabs.
I know a guy that fucking got a nuke in like under 30 seconds.
So?
His name was Shaggy.
Oh, shut up.
His name was G-Unit123. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck?
It's still entertaining.
And we're staged.
But these games aren't staged. He's not staged. Now, he may stage it. What do you mean, how do I know?
How do you know that the fucking 5 Mohabs weren't staged? Okay, let me ask you...
He did have support of his teammates.
Let me ask you a serious question.
Okay.
All right? If this was going on, right, and these guys were getting annihilated, right?
Yeah.
Why did all of them stay? Why wouldn't they all just quit?
Because that would look even worse.
What do you mean?
If Jay Nasty was playing, he was getting his shit stomped.
No. Listen to me. Jay Nasty's playing against how many guys in this game where he gets the 5 Mohabs?
This is 6v6.
Okay, so there's 6 players on the other team.
Yeah.
Getting annihilated. All 6 of them just stayed?
No, they quit out, and then new people came in, and he kept on shitting on them.
Are you sure?
I mean, I didn't look at the kill feed that tough, but yeah. And plus, here's the thing: if you stage a gameplay as far as the enemies being staged, I'm not talking about he uses teammates to run support for him, so it makes it easier for him. Okay,
right.
But as far as like if the other team is in on it, if people stage games like that, you wouldn't be able to make videos on Call of Duty because people would castrate you.
Why? They go back through your videos?
Yeah, people go back through the videos. Like, I uploaded a video where I got an amazing score. Not amazing, but I went 26-1.
Okay.
And everyone thought it was a fake video. People were like, "Oh my god, fuck you, Blade."
Why?
Because the only death I had was from a dude that recognized me in the lobby. And after he killed me, he messaged me and said, "Sorry, Blade."
And that showed up in the video?
Yeah, it just showed up in the upper right hand corner as a message.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah. But I didn't think anything of it. Like, I don't fake videos. There's no. If I would have faked videos, I would have had the nukes before. I would have had the Moabs before. I don't fake videos. I don't need to. I don't have that much time to fucking fake a video.
All right, we're gonna be right back after this. We are back, and you know what I want to talk about?
What's up?
Twitter etiquette.
Oh, okay.
People that don't know how to use Twitter drive me insane.
Is it people inexperienced with Twitter or people using Twitter in a way you don't like?
There's a lot of stuff. All right. The first thing that is the number one most annoying thing, right, is when somebody tweets at me. They're like, hey, or they're like, at Keemstar, hey guys, go check him out. That person... That person didn't understand when you tweet at me first as opposed to saying something and then at me.
Yeah.
Right? That only went to me. That didn't go to your followers. And
it did go to his followers if they happen to already follow you.
if they already follow me. So you have this fucking noob on Twitter, right? And he's like, at Keemstar, hey guys, go follow him. The only people that have seen that are people that already follow me.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's really annoying, right? I appreciate what you're trying to do. I appreciate you for the free shout out because, you know, in video you really liked or whatever. I love that, guys, but you don't know how to use Twitter. That didn't go to your followers, you fucks. You stupid fucks. The other thing I don't like is when somebody tweets at you, shut the fuck up.
I always thought that was stupid. It's like, unfollow me then.
Okay, look, dude. You can't tell me to shut the fuck up when I don't have the power to shut myself up, right? You have that power. You have the fucking not follow or block button. That's what you have. It's like fucking going to an Only Use Me Blade video and being like, stop it! Stop invading my computer with your videos! Stop it! Why am I seeing this? Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. You're fucking following me, you cunt.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I actually had a very civilized discussion with a person on Twitter, and by the end of it, he said, "I'm not gonna reply to you anymore," and I'm unfollowing, unsubbing, because he lost the argument.
Fucking retards, dude. I literally block people when they tell me to shut the fuck up. First, I let them know that they're retarded. I'm like, this person does not know how to use Twitter. He told me to shut up, but he follows me. I show a screenshot of them actually proving that they follow me, right?
Yeah.
And then I fucking block them.
There you go. I don't know. There's lots of. Oh, you know what I don't like? I don't like subtweets. People that just subtweet all the time. I don't follow everyone that you follow. You know what I mean? No one follows the exact same group of people that they follow.
Those subtweets are really, like... I'm the universal motherfucker on Twitter, and I'll tell you why. When it comes to gaming, I'm following everybody. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a few people that sneak up, and they used to be nobody, like Eugene Yackle, right?
Okay.
I think I followed Eugene Yackle at 100K subs. Like, he snuck in there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Overnight celebrity, didn't know. I shouldn't say celebrity, but you know what I mean. And this community, a celebrity.
A popular person in the community.
Look, dude, there's celebrities in our community. And they're celebrities because everyone knows who the fuck they are.
On that level, yes.
In this community. Some people, though, believe that, like, they're bigger than that. It's retarded.
What do you
Allie
mean?
A was tweeting at some, like, I don't know who the fuck it was. I'm probably going to say this wrong and butcher because I can't remember. But he was tweeting at, like, some famous person, like, super famous person, like, yo, we should definitely hang out or some shit like that.
Do you think he was being sarcastic or no?
I don't know what he was being, but people were like, look at this fucking idiot. like, this dude is a fucking retard. Like,
when that happened, there was half of me thought he was trying to be sarcastic and make fun of the idea that somehow you could turn subs and popularity on YouTube into like a worthwhile thing to bring up to a girl.
yeah, well, it's not even that. It's like somehow because you have this fringe market that follows you, that you believe that your whatever you fucking do on YouTube, somehow that's been shined into the fucking, like, in popular culture. No. No. Like, everybody knows who Katy Perry is. People that don't listen to Katy Perry, all the gamers know who the fuck Katy Perry is, right? People walking around the street, like,
Katy Perry doesn't know PewDiePie.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she probably does, actually, because PewDiePie's the second biggest person on YouTube. Yeah, the fucking stars probably do know who he is.
Okay. Katy Perry doesn't know Hutch.
Exactly.
Not saying Hutch isn't a swell dude. It's just, you might be popular on a website, you might be popular in this little Twitter gaming community, but you're not, it doesn't transcend in the real world.
Now, the problem with tweets, right, is we don't know if Ali A is being sarcastic or not.
Yep.
Right? We don't know.
And I talked about this. Sarcasm is only, I think you should only be able to use sarcasm when you know the person. If you know the person and the person knows you.
But based on what I've seen and what I'm hearing, right? Because I pretty much know what the public is thinking at all times on everything, right?
Okay.
I know what they're thinking. I know what they want, right? Even when sometimes they say they don't want it, I know what they want. I know what the public wants and what they're saying, right? What I'm seeing...
You're being sarcastic right now, right?
No, I'm being serious.
Okay.
Based on what I'm seeing in this community, right? When people are seeing these tweets from LEA to, like, famous people, they're like, you're a douchebag. They don't know who you are. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of, like, message that's being sent back to me. That's my personal thought, too, and I'm not injecting that in. That's honestly what I'm seeing from other people.
Yeah, anybody could come to that conclusion pretty rationally.
So that's one thing, but...
There's sarcasm, there's subtweets, there's people that retweet multiple retweets. And what I mean by that is, like, someone will put like haha RT and then what the person tweeted, and someone will retweet that, and it's like this layer of stuff. I'm like, stop it. Retweet the original thing.
Yeah, agreed. There's sometimes I'll be like, yo, you guys need to tell, like, this company to basically, like, fucking sponsor us or some shit like that. That's just an example, right?
Okay.
And what people will do is they'll think they're helping out by retweeting.
That doesn't help. That
doesn't help. Like, you need to actually send a tweet to that person, be like, "Yeah, Keemstar's awesome."
If I want some information, like, let's say it's a situation like, how do you install this thing? I keep on running this problem installing this thing on my computer. Anybody help? And 90% of the tweets will be like some smart ass remarks back, and a lot of times I miss the one tweet that would actually help me out how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know how to use your computer. Oh, that's fucking easy.
No, I said, remember I was talking about how I wasn't able to get to California, and people tweeted me, it's like, take a plane, bro. I'm like, no shit. Here's
the worst thing, right? Now, I love my Twitter followers. If you're following me on Twitter, I love you. I'm not functionable without you. Like, I need you, right? Like, we're a solid team on Twitter, and I need you, and I love you, all right? But here's the problem I have, right? Sometimes I'll tweet out, like, I need a graphics guy, I need a graphics for this. I'll explain everything that I need in one tweet.
Yeah.
Send me a rough copy. And people will tweet back, like, I do graphics, do you want me to do it?
Yes.
Like,
how about the people that say, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, and then they'll tweet at me and they'll be like, yeah, I need to report drama to you. Can you follow me so I can DM you? Motherfucker, you're lying. If you can't just fucking tell me what's going on, then you're lying. And then another time, people will report drama with people that have 200 subscribers. They'll be like, yo, dude, this guy and this guy's are going at it. Like, and I'll fucking look at them and they're like, 200 followers on Twitter? Yeah, they might be going at it, but... who the fuck cares? No one cares about these people.
You're not following bum fights.
Not to be like an asshole, but like I have a responsibility to entertain my fans, and they do not want to hear about people that they don't already know.
I love when you say you have a responsibility to your fans to report drama.
You do. Everybody has a responsibility. You have a responsibility to entertain your fans.
Yep.
You know, we have a responsibility to do the show and talk about interesting things.
Bam. So, retweets, talking about what happens. I don't like people that put up conversations with other people that are done in private. I hate that. Like, when people screen cap DMs.
Dude, this whole trick shotting community, they're fucking gone, dude. They just tweet out private Skype convos like nothing. It's insane. I don't talk to them. I won't add anybody from the trick shotting community on my Twitter. I don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
They're like little fucking cunts, dude. Like, they're seriously, I want to slap these idiots because look, dude, I don't know, like, I've said this before to them, and they laughed at me. They're like, yeah. I go, you don't fucking you don't post what someone's telling you in private, or no one's ever talking to you again.
Yeah.
And they laughed at me. I'm like, you don't get it. Like, you're not on my Skype anymore, you dumb cunt. I'm not talking to you. Ever. Yeah. You're on your own, cunt. Like...
It almost makes me want to like tell people secrets and see if it goes out to know if I can trust them with real secrets.
My first.
That's a good idea. Think
Yeah.
about that. Actually, if you really think about it, I don't really have bad ideas.
People do that all the time, though.
Bad ideas?
No, people send out like, you know what I mean, like try to set people up,
Like little
tell them a secret.
tidbits, stuff like that.
But the thing is like, all right, me and FaZe Banks are pretty cool.
Okay.
All right, but there was one time where me and him were feuding, right? And this dude was like, Banks was screenshotting these fucking trick-shotting fucking fucks, dude. He was like screenshotting the Skype conversation and tweeting it out. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Then why would you want to have a conversation with him at that
And it
point?
was like a learning lesson with him because I don't think he'd ever do anything like this again.
Yeah.
Because what happened is this idiot fucking tweeted. Well, me and Banks are cool now. Let me say that again. Me and Banks are cool. But at the time, it was like this fucking idiot fucking tweeted this out. We're both gonna fucking lose our Skype accounts and get DDoS. And you know what happened? The whole fucking night, me and him were on and off, getting kicked off online. So not only did he fuck me over, but he fucked himself over too.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, you're an idiot. And that's not the point of it. That is not the point because you don't want to get DDoS. The point is stuff that's sent in private, you keep private. Otherwise, you're a piece of shit. Who wants to fucking talk to a rat?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to a rat.
And that is what it is. It's when you speak privately, it needs to stay private. If it's not, then I can never talk to you because what if I want to say something to you that can't be shown in the light?
I know so much shit that never sees the drama alert light because it doesn't go public. It's got to go public first.
Yeah.
There's times where like people come to me, like other commentators will be like, well, this person did this or this person said nude pictures. And I'm like, look, I can't release that story, but if you release that story and you make it public, right? You own it because I'm not coming out and saying, well, supposedly this person's. I'm not doing that, right? And I'm not fucking, you know what I mean? Like if it comes out public, then I can report on it. I'm not in the interest. I'm not fucking running around trying to. I don't know.
I mean, but you're pretty much doing secondhand responsibility at that point because you're saying, I'm not going to expose this, but if you expose it, then I'll report on you exposing it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because people are bitches. People since I started doing Drama Alert, so many fucking commentators have come to me trying to expose their enemies, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to come out and say, look, this person did that. They want me to fucking do it. Bullshit.
Why don't they hash it out between the two of them?
That's what I'm saying. There was this girl in esports, OMG Love, right?
Okay.
She got fucked over. Some dude fucking cheated her out of like hundreds of dollars that they won in some tournament, right?
Okay.
So she goes to me. She goes, "Will you please do a story on this?" I go, "Okay. Where is it? Where is it that I can link the fans to?" They're like, "Well, this is what happened." Blah blah blah. I go, "No. You need to make a video explaining what happened, and then I can report on it." And that's what I did.
Oh, okay.
She made the video, and then I reported on it. You know, and that's just one instance. Most of the time, this is what happens. I tell the person, that's interesting, that's pretty cool to know, but you need to make a video, and they're bitches. Everyone is a bitch. No one is... there's very few people out there that can handle hate on the internet. Very few people. You know what I mean? They get a little bit of heat from something and they walk away. Oh my God, oh no. Like me, like this shit is funny. Like I know when I'm right. I know when I'm right. I fucking am really confident. And when I'm wrong, I know when I'm wrong too. And I could be like, well, I made a mistake. Got to try something different, right? Mm-hmm. What happens a lot of times is when there's change. When you're used to doing something and you change it up, you know, you add a new person to your channel or you fucking try a new idea. Or like even with the BadKidCast, we put it on our own individual channels, right?
Yeah.
There was tons of hate. Like, no, I want it on this channel. It's only been this channel, right? If I were like to be like, okay, listen, we listened to you guys. I'm going to put it back up there. No, we needed to test it out. We needed to put it on our channels. We need to see exactly what fit for us. You're not going to fucking, like, run my fucking channel. I run the channel. You are the one that listens and gets entertained. You know what I mean? Like,
but I think that you run the content on your channel, but also you respond to the response.
Yeah, but not always. Not always.
If I were to put
here's the thing, right? Me and my audience have to agree. We have to agree, right? But excuse me, that came out wrong. That's not what I was trying to say.
That sounded pretty good.
No,
okay.
no. Me and my audience, for the most part, agree.
Okay.
But when me and my audience don't agree, you know who wins that argument? Me. Because I hold the fucking keys to the castle. So a lot of times people will criticize and they'll be like, no, I really like this thing that you do. And I'll be like, all right, I agree with you. That probably is a better thing. And I do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But sometimes I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going to do this. And if it fails, it fails. But we're doing this. You know?
I mean, I think it's fair to try something. Good example. I tried this Chips Challenge game.
People don't even let you try it. They give you so much hate and then fucking... Dude, there's so many channels out there where the subscribers have no idea that they're in control of that person's channel. They're lost. They don't know it.
They are in control of the channel.
They are. They don't know it, though. The subs do not understand that you control the fucking channel.
Well, here's a good example. If I post up a video of me knifing people in Gun Game Reaction, people like that, so they like the video, and I get a better response. So that tells me, okay, people like this, I'm going to do this.
Right.
Good example. Remember I told you about Bill's World? I love that game. I play that game every single day. I put a video up on my channel, people didn't like it. So you know what? I'm not putting more videos up of it.
Now, see, here's the difference, right? I upload a video of fucking... Remember the leftovers that are on my channel with Daisy? I upload that. People don't like it. They don't respond to it. Guess what? I keep uploading it. I upload videos of Rust. People don't like it. Guess what? I keep making videos of Rust because that's what I'm doing.
But that seems a little silly to... obviously, don't completely only do stuff just that your subscribers want. Like, do stuff that you have fun with, you know what I mean? But, like, at the same time, if the viewer doesn't like it, then why?
Because what I do, for the most part, right, is I read comments.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, videos won't get a lot of views, but the comments are like, this is awesome. This is awesome.
That happens all the time.
Now, here's a case with, like, Thrust, right? I'm going to turn Thrust into a knifing clan, right? Tons of hate, tons of shit. But the reason why I wasn't backing down is because we weren't able to fucking actually get a montage done. What I did that completely wrong. What I should have done is pulled these guys off secretly, worked on a montage, made the announcement, and then the next day come out with a fucking montage. What I was doing is I was like, whoa, hold the brakes. We're changing gears. In a couple weeks, we're going to fucking start pumping out this.
So do you feel that if you would have held off on the announcement, got a knifing montage or two together, and then uploaded it?
I didn't have a chance to show the audience how amazing this could really be. I didn't get a chance to do that. I was publicly, like, fucking annihilated by hate, you know, which was and then the problem with that was, just right, I was so entertained by it.
You like the hate.
Well, because it's hilarious that you can make someone so mad over something so little.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. You ever have... Okay, look, dude, you ever go to school, right, and you tell some dude that he's got a big nose and he starts flipping the fuck out, like, it's like ridiculous, right? Why isn't he talking shit back? This dude's a bitch. And then, you know what I mean? Like, you start turning into a bully because you get addicted to this person overreacting, so you just keep on fucking picking at him and picking at him and picking at him. You know what I mean? Like, we all have a little bit of bully in us. If someone gives us that reaction, you know what I mean? We just build on it.
I don't know. But you honestly, you love it. You like seeing the hate.
Yeah. Especially when it's ridiculous.
Okay, so I do
right,
agree with you on that. When you do something and you know it's right.
Here's the thing. If I were to fucking come out and say, fucking puppies should be murdered or something like that,
okay,
and I was getting a lot of hate, I'd feel like shit.
Okay.
Right? When I change my clan from a sniping clan to a knifing clan, and motherfuckers are like want to kill me, and I'm getting death threats. That shit is hysterical. Give me more.
That is funny.
Give me more. I want to read more. I'm sitting, dude. They don't understand that I'm like hours and hours and hours of my day were spent reading comments and just entertaining myself. It was so much fun. Like I'm getting tweets like, "You're 30 years old. You're not even supposed to play this game." This shit's hysterical.
Yeah.
Little kiddies like fucking thinking they rule the world. Like fucking like motherfucker. Little kid is telling me about video games. Like my generation created them.
Yeah.
We're the reason that they're here.
I like when people try to give you advice and it's just like, I don't know who you are, and I go to the thing and they're like 15, and I'm like, I'm twice your age. I got life experience on you. There's nothing my 15-year-old self could tell me now that would benefit me.
I don't understand why young people, someone that's like 12 to 14 years old today, can try to talk to someone my age about video games. Like, I had an Atari. I had a Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo. I had a Sega Genesis. Like, I had a GameCube. Like, the whole fucking evolution of gaming, I witnessed firsthand. You didn't. You were born when Grand Theft Auto fucking 3 came out, you dirty cunt. Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't know shit, you dirty bitch. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's so weird seeing stuff. They're like, oh, San Andreas, this reminds me of middle school days. I'm like, middle school days? What the fuck? What?
Like, think about that. How many years ago was San Andreas? That was like fucking 15 years ago, 14 years ago.
No, San Andreas was like...
The year, like 1999. Not San Andreas. The,
Grand Theft Auto 3?
Yeah.
It's like 2000.
This shit came out like 1999, 2000.
It's a 13-year-old game.
That's fucking insane.
You know what's weird, though, is that the evolution of the consoles, we've had Xbox 360 and PS3 for longer.
Way too long.
For a lot longer than we had PS2 and Nintendo 64 and stuff like that. So that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's changed because the Nintendo, the NES, lasted a long time, like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, it was a long time before. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure like the Super Nintendo was out for a really fucking long time, and then it started to get into like who can make a better console faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel that we've had the Xbox 360 and the PS2 for a very long time. And that doesn't make sense to me because if technology is constantly evolving, then wouldn't we have a much better system?
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I used to bash PC gamers, and I feel stupid. Dude, I've been playing PC games a lot recently, and oh my god, dude, it's like a different world.
Yeah.
The PC games are so amazing, you don't want to go... The only thing is you want a control in your hand. You can't fucking... A controller is so much better than a mouse.
You can get a controller...
I know.
Xbox controller to control your PC
But you can't
game.
do all the fucking shit. You can't do all the shit. Like, you can get a controller, you can plug in your Xbox controller, play DZ with it, but you can't... You still need the keyboard. It's just... It's not the same.
Okay.
It's not the same.
But definitely... But here's the thing. PC is more for, like... I think it's more for adults. It's for, like, adult gamers. You know what I mean?
I don't know if it's more for adults, but it's a lot more expensive. You have to have a decent computer.
Yeah,
you know
you have
what
to
I
have a
mean?
decent computer, and plus people that do PC gaming are constantly upgrading their stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like saying, hey, you need to buy a new graphics card for $300. They're like, okay, well that sucks, but okay, I'll do it. When you're a kid, you just have an Xbox and just hope that shit lasts forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you buy an Xbox, you just like, dude, I just hope this thing just keeps on going.
Dude, I was looking for editors for Thrust, and dude, I seen the most amazing edit ever, right? Most amazing montages ever. They fucking shit on fucking FaZe, right?
Yeah.
Comes to find out, and it only had low views. Come to find out, it was a fucking guy that playing COD on PC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, so this dude was like really tech savvy and was like making the best shit ever, but
Yeah.
it was on PC, and that's how it doesn't relate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A good friend of mine, Joe Handsome, who I love his edits. He doesn't make videos anymore. I remember when Kathica came out, which was an amazing PC edit, right? By Mazzarini, who's like, I think he makes like some of the best montages, but they're like PC pro mod stuff, you know? And I remember talking to him, and he was just like, fuck, dude, I think I want to quit. I'm like, why? He's like, because his montage came out, and I know that I will never, ever be able to get anywhere near this. You know something's good when a fellow person that also makes it goes, fuck, I can't. Why do I even make videos now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine if you saw a troll that was so unbelievably good. It'd be like, dude, Fake Nuke doesn't have shit on this.
I honestly haven't, though. That's the sad fucking thing. I have not seen a troll video.
General Minus, that video is awesome.
No, General Minus, yeah.
So explain that video. I almost want to link that out. This is a free promotion for him. This video is awesome. I kind of want to watch it
I
again.
told General Minus that I've talked about this before. So the history between me and General Minus is that General Minus was really good friends with the Abuse team, which was a competitor to FAG, but FAG was way bigger than them. And didn't really have too much good blood with this dude. Like, General Minus got into a Skype call with me once with Spartan J, the leader of the Abuse team at the time. Now Spartan J is actually in my clan. You know, we were talking, and General Minus was a cool guy. He was like, you know, I'm not really into the drama. You leave us alone. We'll leave you alone, blah, blah, blah. He was trying to make sense of it all. The other guys were kind of looking for war. But never really liked General Minus because he was, like, part of these dudes, right? All of a sudden, I'm on his channel, and I'm watching this fucking thing, dude, and he is on Second Life. And Second Life is basically like Sims, but, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's basically a game that isn't really a game. You just walk around and fucking talk to other people and make your character. It's kind of stupid. But anyhow, he's on this fucking game, and he tells this guy that he can tell by his voice that he sounds unemployed. And the guy loses it. And he's like, what? How stupid can you be? You can tell by my fucking voice? What? And he just fucking loses it, right? And it is the funniest shit ever.
And General Minus is like calm throughout the whole thing. And his calm level, I don't know, it's amazing. That video's amazing.
It was really good. And the thing is like, when I think of troll videos, right, if someone's like, yo, show me a really good troll video, like in gaming entertainment, I can only show them my videos because no one out there is funny. Like, there's nothing out there. And that is one video. That's one video that I can honestly say, like, this shit was good. And we were in Boston. I ended up showing you, and I showed a bunch of other people. Yeah. Like, that shit was hilarious.
What? Okay, so if someone who doesn't know you from Call of Duty, like someone knows you in real life but doesn't know what you do, and they're like, well, let me see your video. What videos are you showing them?
I don't know, because I've showed people before, like my friends in high school and stuff, and they were just like, what? Like, they
didn't get it?
No.
So there's not one video that you would show people, like, why, to show you why this edition.
I mean, I guess the Fake Nuke one could probably relate to anyone. Like, anybody could watch that and be like, wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'd probably be like the Fake Nuke one.
Do you ever think that when you make videos, like, it's good to cater to your audience, but also, do you ever think about making videos that cater to everyone? Like an outsider looking in. Like, okay, so you have the gaming audience, right? But like, what's stopping someone that doesn't necessarily? How can you transcend that? How could you make it?
The greatest thing about FAG, right, is that it was only on Halo.
Uh-huh.
And we would always run into a large percentage of our fan base that have never played Halo in their life. They were gaming fans, but never played Halo in their life because they had a PlayStation.
Okay.
And it was really, really strange. Like, it was really strange to have, like, this is back in 2009. We had 30,000 subscribers, right? Which back then was huge,
Yeah,
right? That
massive.
was, like, a giant channel.
Yeah.
And, like, you'd run into these dudes that were like, dude, I'd love to play with you, but I only have PlayStation. And it was just mind-blowing. Like, why is someone watching me play this game that they've never played?
And never will play.
And never will play.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
But
And-
that's what I'm saying, though. It transcended that.
Yeah,
thing.
it transcended, like, because the trolling stuff could transcend. Where, you know, if you're not doing that type of stuff, you're not really that interested. And here's another thing. Like, So Close to Toast, he's a beatboxer.
Yeah.
Right? Good-looking kid. He's a fucking beatboxer. I'm sure he's got, like, a big female base behind him, right? And I know because all the gaming girls, like, know who he is or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's people that are subbed to him that aren't really into gaming, you know, they just want to hear him beatbox. So he ends up beatboxing Call of Duty. It doesn't matter because they're just listening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think trolling and doing stuff like that,
What N64 games do you have?
I have no idea. I have a bunch of them.
What's the one in there?
I have no idea.
We'll do it after the podcast, but I have a machine that actually plays Genesis, N64,
I can't
NES.
play any of those games. They're not fun anymore. I fucking put them on and they look like shit. I'm like, God, we used to play shit like this?
Yeah.
I can't get into it.
I don't think you can go super far back. Like, you're not going to play Atari and be like, this is great, you know?
Actually, you know the Atari game where you're, like, fucking running the, like, tennis or whatever the fuck it is?
Pong.
Yeah, Pong. Like, you could play that shit all day. Because
Yeah.
that's just, you know what I mean? And same thing with, like, Pac-Man and stuff like that. But when you move into, like, more advanced games, like, Nintendo or NES and, like, fucking Super Nintendo and even Nintendo 64 and stuff like that, like, those genres of games just look like shit.
Yeah, they really do.
They just look
And
like
it's
shit.
interesting, though, because, like, when we were kids and we watched it, like, I remember when, like, Nintendo 64 came out and I was playing, I was like, this looks fucking amazing.
Dude, I was playing Nintendo 64 Mario. And
Mario World, yeah.
Mario World. And I'm flying over the island, like, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm flying. Like, I can see everything down there. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is insane. I'm playing Mario Brothers in, like, 3D.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, video games are never going to get better than this.
Yeah. And then if you go back and play it now, you're like, this looks like crap.
This looks horrible.
Like, have you ever tried to watch a show that's not in high definition?
Yeah.
You're like, this is garbage. But we
Yeah.
used to watch it all the time.
I only watch the news in high def.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't think there's anything that's not high def anymore. I think it's all high def.
Did you know Al Jazeera is, like, coming to the United States, like, in August?
What is that?
Al Jazeera? You don't know what Al Jazeera is?
No.
Come on, you don't know what Al Jazeera is?
Explain it to me.
Al Jazeera is a news organization over in the Middle East.
Okay.
And they're actually, like, here's the fucking most fucked up thing about it. All right. Al Jazeera has been, like, criticizing the U.S. government, right, for, like, 10 years. Because they cover the Middle East, and we're over there, and we're killing people, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of politicians and a lot of people over in the United States, like, think of Al Jazeera as, like, almost like a terrorist news station, right?
Okay.
Now, what has happened is that they wanted to get in the U.S. market. They wanted to have a news station here in America. So they're looking all over for a network to buy, right? And they couldn't find one. Couldn't get one. No one would sell to them. Nobody wants them here. Guess who ends up selling them a network?
Who?
Al Gore. Al fucking Gore. Now let me give you a little bit on this. All right. First of all, I don't think Al Jazeera is a terrorist news station. In fact, I think Al Jazeera will probably do a better job reporting than CNN because, you know, they're actually going to do real reporting. That's what they're used to doing, right? But the fact is that it had this idea in the public eyes to be this horrible thing, and then Al Gore sells them a fucking channel.
That is crazy.
Like, that's ridiculous. You can't write a better fucking, like, joke. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's hysterical. So,
That'd be like, actually, I'm not going to say that because that's kind of fucked up.
What?
Political? No.
No, do say it.
Well, no, I was saying that'd be like X-Jaws and Minnesota Burns, like, collabing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's, I don't know, like, that's funny that, like, an American person like Al Gore and his standard would, like...
The vice president of the United States.
At one point. Former vice president.
He's still the vice president.
Al Gore is
all former people in the presidency are always referred to as the vice president for life.
The former vice president?
No, he's...
You don't go to Al Gore and say, hey, Vice President Al Gore.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Hi, President Clinton. Hi, President Bush. Like, you keep that title for the rest of your life.
What?
Yes. Yes, you keep the title for the rest of your life.
Well,
if you're the governor of a state, you keep the title for the rest of your life.
Why do doctors, people that go and become doctors...
You're not talking in the mic.
...feel that they need to be referred to as doctors when they're at the dinner table?
I don't know.
That's just odd to me.
Well, you know what I mean? You worked hard to get that title. Here's the other thing that's fucked up, right? You know how people are called like MD something something or Doctor something something? Can't you just name yourself that? What if your fucking name was like Dr. Blade?
I don't think you can name yourself.
You can.
My mom couldn't say, so what are you going to name a child? Dr.
No,
Brian.
No, I'm saying like you could
just name him Doctor?
You could just go down there and change your fucking name. You can go down there and change your fucking name to anything you want.
You can't change it to anything you want.
Yes, you can.
You can't like have offensive names.
Yes, you can.
Your name can't be Anus Fucker.
Yes, it can.
Your name cannot be Anus Fucker.
Yes, it can.
No, it cannot. They
Yes,
will not
it
allow
can.
you to name your name Anus Fucker.
Yes, it can. Because in America, you cannot fucking, like, you can't be told that you can't have a certain name.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know the rules on this, but I'm pretty sure you can't go in and call yourself Anus Fucker.
If you went down and wanted to change your name to Anus Fucker, you could. You could. You could. You could. They would legally change your name to Anus Fucker. You could. Nobody can stop you. You'd have to get all your credit cards and that. Like, you'd have to get fucking...
I would do that just to hand in credit. Like, I would apply it at every store that offered a credit card. I would fill out my form and have my name as Anus Fucker. They'd be like, you get out of here. I'm pretty sure you can't, though.
Yes, you can.
You can't have offensive vanity plates.
You can change. That's different. Driving is a privilege. You have a God-given right to...
Do you have... I got a question. Do you have to... What?
What the... We'll be right back after this. And we're back.
So, I know it's not a rule, but I don't think you can change your name to Anus Fucker. I think they... Do you have to have a reason to change your name?
Dude, you lost in the last battle. Do you really want to have another battle?
I'm moving on, but I'm asking this one.
I'm
asking this one question. I'm asking this one question. Okay, when someone goes through the process of changing their name, do they have to give a reason?
I don't think so.
So
I don't know.
If my name's Brian, but I really want to be named Tim, can I just go? I just want to be named Tim.
Yes, you have to fill out some forms, and then you will be known as Tim.
So anybody can just change their name.
Yes. Yes, you have a God-given right under our Constitution to be named whatever the fuck you want to be named.
Okay. Well, congrats.
When you become an adult, you can change your name. Pretty much. Like, when you turn 18, if you want your name to be, like, fucking Madonna... Dude, you're the worst, dude.
Sorry. Keem has this ashtray, and I accidentally just kicked it over on his floor.
Unreal.
Sorry.
All right, so Yeah, you can.
Well, let's make a video. Let's go to whatever courthouse we have to go to and try to change our name to Anus Fucker and see what.
Will you change your name to Anus Fucker?
I will not legally change my name to Anus Fucker, but
Well,
I will fill out the forms and go through the process until the very end and be like, JK. But let's see.
They'll probably arrest you. You got to go through it. Dude, just change your name legally for 1 year to Anus Fucker and then change it back. That shit would be so funny.
All right, I'm down.
No, you're not really going to do
Why
it.
not? I'll change my name to Anus Fucker. I will get pulled over on purpose just to show my ID that says my name is Anus Fucker. Oh, of the Boston Anus Fuckers? Okay.
That is, I'm telling you, you're not going to do it. You are not.
I can change my first name to Anus and my last name to Fucker. Can I? Can I
Yes,
legally?
yes.
You're saying I can legally do it?
Yes.
Then I will. If it's not horrendously expensive, let's do it.
I'm sure it costs probably $50 or something.
Let's go through it. I'm down. I'll change
No,
my name to
you're not.
I'll change my name to Anus Fucker. Why not? You know how fucking funny that would be? Like,
Yo.
and think about that. That's a fucking icebreaker. Hey, what's your name? Anus Fucker. No, really, what's your name? Oh, actually, no. I did make my name Anus Fucker. That's gonna break the ice. Why did you change your name to Anus Fucker? I'm like, well, I was discussing it with somebody, and they said I couldn't do it, and I don't like any restrictions, so I went out and I did it. So now I'm legally known as Anus Fucker.
I think the way gaming's going, I think honestly, in the future, you're gonna have a lot of people that are obsessed with their handle on the internet and that have more of a life on the internet than they do in the real world.
That already happens.
That's what I'm saying, but that's gonna be even more as technology. Look at the fucking optical rift or whatever the fuck it's called. The game. Have you seen this thing?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
No, just explain
I'm saying it wrong. It's not optical rift. It's something else rift, but. Basically, it is a thing that you put on your fucking face, and they hook it up to any PC game, and you're playing games now, in fucking where you look.
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality. We've hooked it up on Fortress Craft. Amazing, fucking amazing. This thing works. This support works with any game, any fucking game. Fucking PewDiePie is now making tons of videos with them, and it's insane, dude. It's insane. You're in the fucking video game. Dude, you're in it. You can't see anything else. You're in the game. You turn your head. You're looking to where that player's going. You still got your hand on the mouse.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you turn your head. You know what I mean? You're looking. If you're going forward, you turn your head, and all of a sudden you're, heading in this direction. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
what I'm saying
changing my
is,
name to Anus Fucker. We're going to see if we can do it. Bam. That's a good fucking show.
Yeah. That's the end of the show?
How can you not end it on change my name to Anus Fucker?
Well, did we even talk for an hour?
I'm sure we talked for over an hour.
Okay, well, that is the end of the show. Bye. Kazam!